Others, please keep doing. I'll just check the attendance. Arun is not here. Yes. Abel, Abhishek, Austin.
Yes, ma'am.
Austin is here. Austin, Ian, Fadil. Pranam, Harish is here. Hitesh, Jatin, Johan, Jonathan, Kritya.
Yes, ma'am.
Jopal. Kavin is not here. Kritya. Maheshwar. Maheshwar is morning he was there, was?
Yes, ma'am, he was there.
Then Muhammad. Muhammad Nabil. Okay, Taisir is here. Muhammad Danish. Muhammad Danish. Rashid. Surya, Shashal, Ishir, Yusuf, Suhail. '28. So always Derek and Dheeraj. Where is Derek? Was Derek absent today, boys?
Ma'am, I joined.
Oh, sorry. 29, say 34, 34, 32 is your class one, right? Three of them are not there. Are your names featuring? One, you joined, right? One, Taisir, your name is there. Taisir, have you joined? Okay. So two of you, right? Okay, but which means your class strength now becomes 30, correct? But still two are missing. Okay. Yeah. Fine, boys, we'll move on. Okay. Boys, have you completed this numerical or should I redo this one? Have you completed this?
Ma'am, how does that K and K get cancelled?
No, the thing is that
When the k comes common out and goes to the right
now
side, right?
you have to take common the value of k common outside, then take it to the other side. Boys, here the value of k. Okay, the value of k is common on your left hand side. Take the common factor k and take it to the right side, so it becomes 0. This common factor k is taken to the right hand side, it becomes equal to 0. Then what is left? 5 into 10 to the power of minus 8 by x plus minus 3 into 10 to the power of minus 8 by 16 minus x. So this negative 1 minus 3 goes to the other side as positive. Then 10 to the power of minus 8 will get cancelled. Then cross multiply, find the value of x. Is that fine? Okay.
Ma'am, x is 10, right?
X is 10 centimeter. Shall we move on to the next one?
Okay, ma'am.
So calculate the value of X.
Whenever we write the final answer, ma'am,
Yes, what happened? No,
whenever we
here
write the final answer, can we just write x equals to 10, or do we have to write a statement?
it's unit because the distance is given is in centimeter, no? 16 centimeter. Naturally, your answer will come back in centimeter. Shall I go for the next one? Now look at the question. 4-point charges are placed at the 4 corners of a square in 2 ways. First diagram and second diagram as shown in the figure below. Will the electric potential
Ma'am, are you
at the
projecting it?
so see,
No, ma'am, now it's.
will the electric potential at the center of the square be the same or different in both the configurations? Look at the question. Will the electric potential where at the center of the square will be the same or different in both the configurations? And if so, you need to write why. I'll take the first configuration, boys. Let me take the first one. Right? Since it is a square, right? So I have to find the electric potential at point O due to a charge minus Q placed at point A. Here, boys. I have to find what is the electric potential at point O due to a charge minus Q placed at point A. So what is that? VA becomes equal to K into the charges minus Q divided by what is the distance between these 2 points? OA. Is that fine? Okay, next one. Point B, you have a charge of minus Q. So what is VB? VB will be K into minus Q divided by OB. Is that fine? Then the potential at point O due to a charge plus Q placed at point C. So VC will be K Q by OC. Then what is VD? VD will be equal to K Q by OD. Is that fine? So now what will be the total potential at point O? Net potential at point O. This is I'm doing for the first one. At point O will be VA plus VB plus VC plus VD. And keep this in mind, boys, it's a square. So all the distances OA, OB, OC, and OD, all these distances will be the same. OA will be equal to OB. Correct? Now what is that you are going to get? See all these distances OA OB, OC, and OD are going to be the same.
So no, I'm saying should we like take different values for both? First we have to do for first and second.
No, nothing. You have to just keep on doing. Just VA, VAB, VC, VD. That's it. Just use the formula and get. The only thing what you should know is the distance OA becomes, it's a square. So distance OA will be equal to OB, will be equal to OC, will be equal to OD. So what is the answer, boys? What will be the answer? Try to find the answer.
Zero.
Jopal, Jatin,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the answer for this? Danish, Danish,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, Danish. Can you substitute the values for VA, VB, VC, and VD in this equation? Only thing is that you have to take in mind that the denominator OA, OB, the distance OC, and OD
Is it zero?
are all 0. This becomes equal to 0. Those who have completed this, can you find for the configuration 2? For the second diagram, can you find the electric potential at point O for the second diagram and see what will be the net potential? Rishit, Rishit,
Yes, sir.
Rishit, did you solve
Ma'am?
this or should I do that? Yes?
Ma'am, but both the diagrams are square, right?
Yeah, both the diagrams are square. So
Okay.
OA, OB, OC, so all are square. So, right? So here it becomes minus K by, say, because all the denominators are the same, I can write this plus KQ divided by OC. So all will be cancelling off each other. That's the reason you get the answer 0. What about the second one? Calculate for the second one. Find what is VA dash, VB dash, VC dash, and VD dash. But here also it's a square, so that the distance OA will be equal to OB, OC, and OD.
Ma'am, it's same, right?
It will be the same. Both are 0, correct? Both the potential at the center.
Yes, ma'am, both are zeros.
0. Now the question is, now look at the question. You are stating that both are 0. What might be the reason? There might be many reasons. What might be one of the reasons? Why is the electric potential in both the diagrams are 0? Yes, boys?
And there's equal number of positive and negative charges.
Okay, equal number of positive and negative charges. And all the charges are of equal magnitude. Right? You can write
Yes.
those statements, boys. Okay, fine, that's good. Tomorrow you have a period in the morning or evening. Was morning hour any moral education period is there? Was do you have morning hour? You have a moral education period tomorrow?
No, ma'am.
Okay. It's just if possible I could exchange the class.
Ma'am, what was the reason? One is, ma'am, because they have equal and opposite charges.
Yeah, equal number of positive and negative charges, and the magnitude are the same, right? Magnitudes are same. Suppose if one is minus 4q, the other one is plus 2q, then when the magnitudes are going to change also, it will create a problem. Here, the magnitudes are the same, then you have equal number of charges. So you have to go for the second diagram also. Shall I erase this and shall I go for the second one? Or shall I erase this and go for the second?
And they have equal.
You have equal number of positive and negative charges, and all the charges have the same magnitude. Should I write the statement, boss?
Yes, ma'am.
Should I write the reason is equal number of positive and negative charges
No, we can't see you writing.
right now. Right now, is it
It's
visible?
still on the previous slide.
No, ma'am.
One second, I'll just.
Yes, ma'am. Now we can.
Now you can see the slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see what I'm writing now?
Yes, ma'am.
Equal number of positive and negative charges.
Ma'am, now we can't see what you're writing.
Ma'am,
No,
there's
now
a
we can
huge delay, so you keep writing, we'll see it.
Yes, ma'am. It's actually a very huge delay between yours and ours, ma'am. I guess it's the Wi-Fi.
Time like
The school Wi-Fi.
Okay, yes, sir. Right. Second one, all the charges are of equal magnitude. Complete this was. Now we'll go for a new topic, what we call it as potential energy of a dipole in an uniform electric field. Next one. Was right. Potential heading is potential energy of a dipole. Potential energy. Potential energy of a dipole. Potential energy of an electric dipole. Be a little bit careful. Later on, you'll be studying about magnetic dipole also. Potential energy of an electric dipole placed in a uniform electric field. Placed in a uniform electric field. Before we go for this, basic concept once again we'll make it clear. Now, how do you represent an uniform electric field? How do you represent a uniform? Okay. So you represent a uniform electric field by straight parallel lines. Is that fine, boys? I'm just redoing the concept what we have learned here. Now, what is an electric dipole? your water molecule is a dipole. Right? So what is an electric dipole? You have two charges of equal magnitude, unlike separated by a distance of 2a. So this is called an electric dipole. The strength of the electric dipole, the strength means what? To what extent the charges can be polarized? The strength of the dipole is measured by a quantity, what we call it as dipole moment. That is equal to Q into 2a vector. Now, why is this a vector quantity? Because you measure your electric dipole moments. It will be measured from, look at the distance. You measure the distance from minus q to plus q. That is why 2a vector. 2a is the distance between both the charges. But how do you measure? You start from minus q, you end at plus q. So your p vector will have the direction of 2a vector. So that's the reason this will be the direction of p vector. Is that clear, boys? So this is a dipole. To what the strength of a dipole, to what extent these charges can be polarized, that's what we call it as the strength of the dipole. It's measured by a physical quantity, electric dipole moment. Now, how do you measure the electric dipole moment? It is the magnitude of one of the charges and the distance between them. Is that clear? Right. Now, if I place this electric dipole in an electric field, electric dipole can be a water molecule. So, right. Now, if I'm placing this electric dipole in an electric field, right, minus q over here, plus q over here, p vector, this is your p vector, this will be your e vector. Now, theta is the angle between electric direction of the electric field and the dipole direction of the dipole moment. Theta is the angle between electric field vector and the dipole moment. The moment you place a dipole in an electric field, right? If the field is uniform, what are the type of forces it will experience? Will it experience a translatory force?
No, translatory force will be zero and it will only experience torque.
A torque, yeah. Because look at this, one end will, boys, if I have this as your electric dipole, if this end is experiencing a force of 5 Newton, there will be an equal amount of force acting in the downward direction. Then will this body move? Neither will move up nor down. Yes or no? Boys, if I have a force of 5 Newton up, force of 5 Newton down, the body will not move because neither in the upward direction nor downward. Translatory motion is not there, but only thing is that it can rotate about a fixed point. So now what happens is that the dipole will tend to rotate. Now why is it rotating? Why the dipole is rotating? Okay, correct. What exerts the torque on the dipole? What exerts the torque on the dipole?
Electric force.
Yes, boss. The electric field is applying the force on the dipole. Please understand, boys. In whatever orientation you place an electric dipole in an electric field, your electric field will apply a force. And what is the thing that finally the electric field will do? You learned this concept. What is what the electric field will do? It will rotate the dipole. It rotates the dipole. And finally, in which orientation will be your dipole be present? Boys, please understand. In the direction of the electric field, correct. Boys, whatever way you place an electric dipole in an electric field, immediately your electric force will apply, so electric field will apply a force. This applies a force and tends to align. Now what happens, look at the electric dipole. The electric dipole will align along the direction of the field. What does it mean? It means that P vector and E vector will be parallel.
Ma'am, so since the force is upwards, ma'am, it gets aligned.
Yeah, your electric field will apply a torque, right? It rotates the dipole. Finally, your dipole will be looking like this along a straight line path. It aligns along the direction of E vector. Now what is the angle between, P and E vector? What is the angle between P vector and E vector in the second?
Ma'am, the angle between P vector and E vector is
In this
60.
case, second one.
Oh, ma'am, 180.
That's 0.
180?
Ma'am, P and E, right?
They are parallel, not anti-parallel. If it is
I mean,
anti-parallel, 180.
0, 0.
Yeah, 0. So here the angle theta becomes equal to 0. So keep this in mind, boys. The field, electric field should be uniform. When you place an electric dipole in a uniform electric field, what does the electric field do? The electric field will apply a force on the dipole so that the dipole will experience a torque, and finally the dipole aligns itself in the direction of the electric field, which means P vector and E vector will be in the same direction. Is that clear? This is the beginning concept, but the first concept. Still, what is potential energy? Will see. Are you clear, boys? Right?
Yes.
Now suppose if you want to rotate the dipole, see. So the electric dipole, whatever you have placed, you are placing the electric dipole in an electric field at an angle of θ1. Right? And then you want to rotate the dipole to an angle θ2. Boys? The electric dipole is initially at an angle of θ1. Your electric force is trying to pull it down, but you want to make the dipole to rotate to an angle θ2. Then what you should do? What should you do? Already it is at θ1. The electric field is trying to pull it down, but you want to push it to an angle θ2. You have to put an additional torque. Boys, you have kept the dipole at an angle of θ1. Immediately, what does your electric force do?
I will align makes it 0.
Suppose if you want to rotate the dipole to an additional angle, say another angle of θ1, then you have to do a work in rotating the dipole. Whatever work you do will be stored as a potential energy in the dipole. Are you clear, boys? I don't know how far clear about it. See, already the dipole P vector is making an angle of say θ1 with your electric field. The nature of the electric field is to apply a torque, correct? Naturally, your dipole will experience a torque. Now, if I want to rotate the dipole, to an angle of θ2, then I have to apply a counter torque.
Yes, ma'am.
The dipole is applying a clockwise torque. If you want to rotate again, then you have to apply a counter torque. Whatever torque you are applying, and the body is undergoing a displacement. So whatever you are doing a work against the torque exerted by the electric field will be stored as the potential energy. See, when you stretch your rubber band, boys, when you are stretching an elastic body, right? Always there is a tendency to pull the body back to its original condition. Same way, your electric field wants to try to pull the dipole, but if you want to rotate it further, you have to do a work. Whatever work you do will be stored as the potential energy in the dipole. Okay, boys, you start writing. This diagram, I think you have already done in finding the torque acting on an electric dipole. You have done this, right, boys? Start doing this, boys. Start writing. I think second last period. Who do you have tomorrow first period? No. Who do you have? Let me check if I can exchange. Sorry. because last period is tough for